Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Hustle Cat. And, like, this could be the end. I'm kind of sad. Really am. Like, this is at least the battle, so we'll see what happens. Maybe. I don't know. It's definitely happened differently than it has in the other ones, but I knew you'd do something stupid. Avery, go back inside. Like hell! I throw myself in front of Graves. I'm on a roll with all the stupid stuff I've done lately. Who knows what dumb thing I'll do next? Alright, clown shoes. You want to get to him? You gotta go through me. Natch doesn't bother hiding his laughter. Guess that's my answer. Graves puts his hand on my shoulder and steps in front of me. Inside. This doesn't concern you. Don't it? Thought you were talking to me about her. Can't think of anything more concerning than that. Listen to you, Graves, getting all wrapped up in a pretty little kitten. Ain't you ever heard that rule? Half your age plus. I've yet to be hexed by a kitten, old Nick. Old Nick. But I've yet to be hexed by a kitten, old Nick. Dang, listen to them words. Bet you can say damn near anything now. How about a little thanks? You'll forgive me if I don't drop to my knees and worship. Ah, don't that bring back memories? That sounds dirty. That sounds, especially when he's got that look on his face, like, don't that bring back memories? You dropping to your knees, in worship. Whoa! Slowly backs away from this whole conversation right now. I can't say it does, but I don't find the discrepancy terribly startling. Your rendition of reality tends to trend toward incongruous narcissism. Oh my god, can we let him speak like a normal person? All these words. Incongruent narcissism. Holy shit. This hurts my brain. Started to worry messing with kitties all day dulled your edge. Glad I was wrong. Never heard you sound so serious as when you called. Got me all worried. Feel a lot better now knowing there ain't nothing that's gonna change. I'm gonna change my fist into your face if you don't shut up. Take a time out, kitten. Adults are talking. Oh, that's it. What is the rule? Half your age plus... I mean, she's less than half it, and she's more than half his age. You know, let's say even if he's like... Because he's not even 40, so half his age would be 20, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's fine. Oh, half your age plus something, though, is like 25. Damn it! Like, I don't know. Oh, that's it. I stormed to the vending machine around the corner. It's old enough. It's so poorly maintained, it has to count as garbage. I put my hand on it and concentrate. It lights up. The buttons flash wildly. Close enough for magic. Fetching me a drink? Real thoughtful of you. Try me. Well, Graves, guess you can't say I don't listen no more. Avery. Natch adjusts his grip on the bat, and he's off like a shot. I barely have time to react. I launch a soda from the machine like a cannonball. Natch heaves a heavy swing of his bat, and... crash! I duck. But I don't think it matters. I wasn't his target. The machine's window explodes into sharp daggers of glass. Good, you made it even trashier now. I cover my head and shield my face the best I can, squinting through the gaps in my defense. I can't afford to miss anything that's happening. From my peripheral vision, I can see layers of reddish-brown swallowing my makeshift automatic cannon like a snake. It spreads over the ground like frost, stopping only inches from my feet. I'm struck by what feels like an actual cannonball. The force of impact flings me forward? Backward? I can't tell. It feels like I'm moving at terminal velocity. I collide with the asphalt, back first, skidding 1 or 2 seconds before my body comes to a stop. It hurts. The world around me is a distorted smear of colors and pain. I turn to my side, curling into myself as I whimper and hold my stomach out of instinct. Oh, out of instinct I didn't know I had. Several feet away from me, near the vending machine and rusted ground, Natch sets his foot back down. Avery! Really? Don't waste my time. He taps his bat on the ground, as if impatient or waiting for something. But he doesn't strike again. Not even when Graves puts himself between me and him. Graves has the sword? How the hell did that happen? The cane he'd been holding lies on the ground in front of me. Its handle is missing. A sword cane? God, I'm so glad he's a nerd. And it's hot, right? I'll wait for you if you want to swap that out. It doesn't matter. We both know that. Sure you don't want to take a second? Toss some enchantment on it or whatnot? I'm serious. Leave her alone. Well, see, that's where it says her. If you care to recall, I ain't the one who attacked first. My head clears, but if anything, that makes everything that much more confusing. They're just standing there, like Graves doesn't have the will to hurt him. What the hell is going on? Is this part of the curse? I reach for the largest piece of glass near me and wrap it in the cuff of my sleeve. I use my other hand to help push myself into a slow, uneasy stand. Graves! The atmosphere ruptures. You'd think a fight between actual witches would be stuffed with magic spells and cool explosions, smug taunts, and cheeky retorts. This isn't Harry Potter, girl. That's not what happens. It's not like the movies. If it was, I might have a chance to use my shard. In the end, I'm left holding it dumbly as the scene unfolds before me. Natch's bat is a blur as he swings at Graves, who doesn't swing his weapon. He thrusts his sword with a sharp, forceful lurch. I see the sharp, steep tip plunge into Natch's sleeve. He yelps like a wounded dog, followed by the sound of a bat clanging against the ground. So is this going to be different in the fact that, like obviously, we ran into Natch, he turned Graves into rust, we came back here, everyone did their thing, we tried to find him, and then we came out, and then we had this fight scene. So, we don't have that. So, Graves pulls out. Oh, dear God. Natch becomes deathly still, staring as if he's gone into shock. I'm just gonna keep not even, my, brain can't handle that. Brain couldn't handle that phrasing. Natch slams his palm against Graves' chest. Graves flinches, enduring the blow with little more than a grunt. I don't see any blood on Natch, but I can tell he's been wounded. So you're playing like that? I'm not playing. Get out of here. I see Natch's jaw move as if he's gritting his teeth, and then he turns his head to me. I clench the shard I'm still holding with my sleeve, bracing myself for... Honestly, I don't know. Nothing went down like I thought it would. The look Natch gives me burns my soles, freezing up my wobbling legs, breaking into my back and clawing over my shoulders, tearing into my heart. He spits at the ground near my shoes. It is what it is, then. You'll see me again, kitten. Better be more creative next time. Natch takes several steps back, this is interesting, which is when everything starts to look wrong. He melds into the rusted scene behind him, almost like he's becoming copper, if copper looked so sick and corroded. I can't tell if what I'm looking at is the outline of his body or if it's the natural shape of the rust he's left behind. Graves exhales a soft sigh, as if he was holding his breath. Are you all right? Do you feel any cold spots on your body? What? Let me see where he hit you. In the stomach, but I'm okay now. Whoa! Graves is close. Too close. He lifts the hem of my shirt. I slap him. He jerks back like he's touched fire. You're right. I deserved that. My sincerest apologies, Avery. Truly. Yeah, he's like, basically, hey, let's not get rapey. But it looks like you're safe. Safe from what? The rust. He can rust more than metal. That doesn't make sense. It's his knack. Avery, I wish you hadn't interfered. What are you talking about, you moron? You would have gotten killed. I wonder. But now... It's no matter. We'll regroup in the morning. Yeah. You okay? You hurt at all? I'm fine. Was he gonna, give Natch the cafe to keep us safe for something super, dumb and romantic like that? Because that's, super romantic, but it's also dumb. It's like, oh, but that's stupid, bitch. We'll kick his ass. We'll stab a bitch. We'll shank that motherfucker. Graves returns to his bedroom without another word. He closes the door and even leaves Dracula out here. Good luck trying to sleep tonight, me. I glance back and forth between Graves' door and the window until the sun comes up. I don't think I slept at all. I feel so much like garbage that I think I can use my magic on myself. Graves doesn't come out. Should I get coffee? Should I bury myself? I hear him before I see him. Where is he? The door flings open and Reese swings in like a wrecking ball. What did you do? Would you chill? I didn't do anything. Graves is asleep. Something happened, I know it. Why else would he close? What? Oh, Reese, please don't yell. You know it upsets Dracula. Sorry. Graves has a sword cane again, but this time he's using it as an actual cane. So he did get hurt. Don't panic, Reese. You know we've talked about that. I need the day for staff training. It will be an all-hands meeting. Will you collect the others? I imagine Mason is here, but it's quite early for the rest of them. What's this about? There's several things I need to address. Nothing more, nothing less. Yeah, sure. Be back soon. I'll go too. You will not. Reese is out the door before he even has time to see me sulk. I can't deal with the romancy novels like this because I'm like, you will not. Okay. It's kind of sexy that you're commanding me. But but seriously, in real life, someone's like, you won't leave. Bitch, please, what? I'll do what I want. Whatever, I do what I want. You will not leave, whatever you say, master. Hey, sexy of you, Graves. What is it? There's something seriously wrong with these games. I love them, don't get me wrong, I love this game, but you will not leave. Okay, but it's ooh, that's hot. You're commanding me to stay, that's sexy, but but legitimately, if you were I'll go help, no, I need you to stay here. If he was you will not, you'd be bitch, please, you did what now? I'm an adult, you don't command me to do anything. You wouldn't stand for that in real life, but in the game it's oh my heart is all aflutter. I think I do have the vapors. Oh, fuck my life. These games are killing me. Reese is out the door before he even has time to see me sulk. You are hurt. Just sore. I should prepare. Do you have the book? Yeah. Good. Bring it downstairs, please. Okay. He's gone. I stand there for a moment. My stomach starts to hurt, but it isn't from Natch's bruise. We could do a dating, a Sims 4 dating game with all this would be so much fucking fun. By the time I get dressed and downstairs, everybody's here. They're drinking coffee and talking. If I didn't know better, I'd think this was a normal work breakfast. I take a seat with them, and I can't hide my anxiousness, I think, because they keep glancing at me. I believe that's everybody. Ahem. I've called you here today to notify you that upon your departure, you will find your afflictions alleviated. Pardon? Want to try that again? You will no longer turn into cats. What? A shocked murmur passes over everybody, their voices raised in a confused jumble. Ahem. They quiet down. What? Why? I thought there was a reason for it. There was. It's proven moot. I cannot defend you. Please know that there will be those who prey upon you. But you have potential, and you are stronger. Do not be crushed. To those who know not to what I refer, Avery and Reese can help. Listen to them. That is all. You will be paid for today, but may leave at your leisure. Good day. He takes considerable time to climb up the stairs. He's leaning on the railing. Reese and I glance at each other. He takes the initiative, pushing himself from his seat and moving to the head of the table. All right, it's time we finally lift the veil and talk about witches. Hell do you mean? Oh! Are you a secret witch? Can we be witches? Yes. We won't turn into cats anymore? Go outside and see for yourself. You better come back. You got a lot to learn. I'm here for this! Reese, I'm sure you can handle it. I'll be back in a few. He narrows his eyes and his mouth draws a thin line. He doesn't say whatever he's thinking. Is he turning into rust? Hey, Graves? You there? My throat tightens around my words. He's lying prone on the couch with his hands draped over his eyes. He takes deep, steady breaths and doesn't seem to notice I'm here. Must be asleep. He looks so vulnerable. In pain. Like he's fighting a high fever. It hurts my heart. I think when Natch pushed him, he might be turning to rust slowly. Maybe he's slowly rusting, and then he's going to turn into a statue. My breath catches. Blood? But why would he be bleeding? My heart sinks even lower in my gut. Rust. He got tagged by Natch. Graves. Oh. I need to see how bad it is. I reach out to push the collar of his shirt away his eyes fly open. Look, he's so pretty. His hand snatches mine away. Don't. Oh, sorry. She looks like such like a weird ass. Like they always make the other characters look so good, and they always make the MC look so weird in these. Like, look at how super cartoony she is, and like he's like super ridiculously beautiful. Like, look at that fucking face. Like, holy shit. It will get on your fingers. Then it spreads.
Hello, birdie.
Is it spreading? Not at the moment. Oh, Graves. I did a rather poor job of hiding this, didn't I? You do a rather poor job of hiding everything. Huh. I suppose you're right. I close my hand around his. He tightens his grip. I've always been weak to his enchantments. Metal inevitably corrodes. This rust is stronger than me. The most I can hope is to stem the spread for as long as I'm able. Does it hurt? Not particularly. Only cold. Though I feel flushed from the exertion involved in fighting it. There's gotta be something we can do. Forgive my pessimism, but I can't imagine what. Could you just, turn him into a cat or something? You can still do that, right? If it were that simple. No. Just let me rest. And trust Reese. He can take care of you. But I don't want to be taken care of. I want you. Did I just say that out loud? He glances up at me, but I quickly avert my gaze. I want you to be okay. I want you to treat me as an ally. Under other circumstances, absolutely. But for now, I have a favor to ask. What is it? Don't tell the others. Especially not Reese. I don't believe he can handle it. Promise. Like hell. I let go. Thank you for being so patient. You always are somehow. I truly appreciate it. I truly appreciate it. You have to say it properly. Just doing my job, boss. A mirthless, empty laugh. Worse than if he hadn't tried. Get some rest. I'm gonna see what everybody else is doing. Avery. Yeah? He lifts his hand to my face and gently brushes his knuckles against my cheek. Huh? I have to bite my lip to keep from saying something I'm gonna regret. Oh, just fucking kiss him. Good God. I mean it. Thank you. Yeah, of course. He didn't give her the cafe! What's gonna happen if he turns to rust in this path? We're gonna lose the cat cafe! We're gonna lose it! I don't know how to deal with this. I hastily retreat before I put my foot in my mouth. Once I close the door, I drag myself to the back table, the one where I had my job interview, and sink into the seat. Reese's obnoxious telltale Reese's obnoxious telltale tone drones on and on downstairs. I can't tell what he's talking about. My head's too full of bees to eavesdrop. I keep thinking about my conversation with Graves. I'll be the first to admit I do a lot of dumb things, but I'm not about to let him do something as stupid as giving up. You know what? Forget this. I slip back up to Graves' place. This time he's actually asleep. I know that because I steal his phone. This is a horrible idea. Probably worse than all my other ideas combined, but I don't see what other options I have. My heart races as I look at the phone's idle sleeping screen. For one fearful moment, I find myself hoping it's locked. It's not. Of course it's not. Why would he lock it? Well, here we go. He called Natch the other day, so I guess he'd be in the recent contact. Oh. Favorites. God, if we live through this, I'll have to teach him how to use his phone. I was wondering how long it'd take. Cut the crap. Who the hell is this? This is Avery, and I'm gonna wreck you. Who? Ah, right. Little smitten kitten. I remember. Oh my God! That's also me! A friend at work a long time ago used to refer to me as smitten kitten. It was ages and ages ago. But I actually have a necklace that's a smitten kitten. That's adorable! Ah! Ah! That's great. I love it. Shut up. Come back after sunset. We're gonna settle this. Are we? If that's what you want, I aim to please. Hope you'll have those little soda cans ready. His voice is pissing me off. I don't have to be polite to this jackass. Hang up. I drop the phone on the table and shamble downstairs. Avery, you okay? I know that's a lot to process. If you need to talk, I challenge Natched. I'm gonna fight him to save Graves and make him leave him alone for good. You can't just do that. You don't have to stick around. I'm mad as hell and I'm gonna make sure he knows it.
Oh, like hell you're gonna get rid of us that easily.
What?
Yeah! We all care about Graves, and about you not getting your face handed to you.
Never back down from a fight. Not gonna start now. Normally I don't agree with fighting, but witches? I'll make an exception. I don't feel keen on fighting, but if there's anything I can do... What? No, you don't need to do all that. Of course we do. I told you we stick together. I'm pretty sure Reese has never said that, but hey, whatever it takes to get him on board. What's the plan? I don't know. First step is you keep listening to me, obviously. Everybody groans, but they don't say anything about it or do anything about it. I pull up a seat and join them. Not like I had any ideas. So they're all going to learn their magic. We spent hours, actual hours, going over this stuff. It's worse because I know at least some of it already. Hope Reese doesn't assign an essay. I hate to admit it, but he's a good teacher. Everybody's starting to figure it out. Mason got it easily. She's got fire coming from her hands. What the hell? It took me weeks to figure my knack out. Magic. Magic. I've never seen her so excited before. We have to get her to stop before she burns the whole place down. Graves doesn't come down. Every time I think to go up and check on him, someone grabs me for a demonstration or a question or something. Time flies, but we've all demonstrated something. Yuck, I can make trash can things! Look at that! County Graves were 6 short of a coven. I've always wanted my own coven.
Ew, who says it's yours? Clearly as the most famous one here, it's mine. Onward, my loyal subjects!
Is that how these things work?
Silence, knave! Mason, carry me to victory!
Mason's grunt could be a laugh if you squint. She lifts Finley on her back and something truly terrible happens. The horrific witch titan is born. I fucking love Finley. More and more I love her. Normally I'd love this kind of thing, but I'm too anxious to appreciate it. The sun's setting. I watch the sun dip below the city skyline, sword in hand. Oh, I also borrowed Graves' sword cane. I fashioned sort of a plastic coating out of plastic bags for the blade. Plastic doesn't rust, right? I mean, human beings aren't supposed to rust either, but he can do that, so, I try to will my legs to stay strong under me. Everybody else is in place. It's gonna be all right. Well. Feels familiar, don't it? Shut up. You think Graves is gonna come down here and dive in? You really think he cares about you that much? Shut up, I don't care. You think he'd really turn on me like that? For little insignificant you? Turn on you? Were you lovers? Lovers. Is that way he got on his knees for... Never mind. You know what? And I thought Graves loved the sound of his own... I thought Graves loved the sound of his own voice. Shut up! Not much of a talker. Not his tap, you know. Quit stalling and fight me. Fine. Your funeral. He taps the bat on the ground and takes a practice swing. Now! Mason and Landry charge from... Oh my god, look at him. He looks so scary when he's angry. She looks kind of sad, like she's gonna punch you, but he looks Landry is disturbing when he's angry. It's kind of creepy. Mason and Landry charge from the sides of the alley, fire and lightning. Their hands emit a soft glow. The gloves Reese enchanted against rust. Mason's already on Natch. She comes down swinging. But Natch is ready. He pulls his bat back, but Landry catches it in his hand. Landry grapples with Natch to wrestle the it from his... There's some random words in these things. Landry grapples with Natch to wrest to wrestle the bat from his grasp. Okay, we're just gonna go with that because I'm not really sure what they're fucking trying to say there. There's a lot of random words. Natch struggles, but Mason catches him and... Is that called a sleeper hold? They're doing it! They're gonna get him! But something's wrong. Landry's becoming slow, uncoordinated. Rusty. The gloves didn't work. Landry grits his teeth and pulls. The bat slips through his hands. Natch pushes him away with his foot. A rusted statue of Landry falls to the ground. No! Mason's grip is getting sloppy, but she digs in tooth and nail. I see the rust creeping up her arms. She doesn't acknowledge it. Finley and Hayes are there, arm in arm.
On 3!
Ping! It's the sound of a metal bat slamming against asphalt. Rust creeps down the street like vines. Finley and Hayes aren't fast enough to dodge.
Mason, no!
It's happening too fast. I whirl my head back. Mason is pulling rust off her arm, but it's spreading too fast. In the other direction, Finley and Hayes are rooted to the ground. No, no! Natch wrestles himself free. He's furious. He makes right for me, but Reese pushes me out of the way. Go! Someone has to take care of Graves in the cafe. Make sure the cats behave. Reese pulls a magic marker from his pocket and draws something in the air. The symbol stays in place like he's drawing on glass. They glow. Natch bat smashes through them like breaking a window. With a furious growl, Natch lunges and grabs Reese by the arm, so he hasn't figured out his real magic. Reese howls. The marker glows and pinpoints into a fine edge. He stabs the marker into Natch's arm. Now Reese is rust too. Natch winces as he pulls the marker blade from his arm. He throws it aside. It dulls back into a regular marker. It's me and him. I pull the sword from the cane and ready my swing. He brings the bat down on the sword's blade. It snaps like a toothpick. The bat slams against the pavement hard enough to leave a tiny crater. Natch has murder in his eyes. Ambushes don't work, kid. Not on me. He sounds breathless, wild. All you did was make me angry. I don't have time to move. He has me by the shirt. He holds me high. I'm barely touching the ground. The others were lucky. All they got was rust. You, on the other hand, rust don't hurt enough. Not for you. I resist the urge to shut my eyes. I'm glad I do. I can see him. Natch must see my expression change because he loosens his grip. He turns his head. It's too slow. Ah! Little Prince Charming coming to rescue us. Graves slams a metal sculpture down on Natch's head, hard. Natch reels from the impact. He throws me to the ground. I land hard on my back. It knocks the air out of my lungs. It's the worst feeling in the world. We're getting close to half hour, but I don't want to stop here because I feel like, you know what? We're gonna do it. It might be a really long part, but I feel like obviously we know the fight, and then there's a little bit at the end. But this is I don't want to stop and then cut off in the middle of the action. So this is gonna be a long part, guys. Just bear with me. Suffer through it. Come on, you know you love it. It knocks the air out of my lungs. It's the worst feeling in the world. I gasp and pray that Graves isn't distracted by it. He isn't. Graves grabs Natch by the hem of his collar and pulls back, hard. It isn't enough to knock him down, but it's enough to throw him off. It's enough to give us an opening. Natch's footing slips. I see my chance. I kick at his knee with all my might. It gives out beneath him. Look at him. It's so funny. The Graves is on him with a hand at Natch's throat. His hand tenses and begins to glow. Graves, what are you doing? Taking your suggestion. I sneeze. When I open my eyes, I can't believe what's standing before me. What? What? Holy crap, he really did it. He even hisses. He's really getting into the part. Graves grabs him by the scruff of the neck and holds him in place. I have a list of demands. If you do not meet them, you will remain like this for the rest of your miserable existence. First, free my employees. Second, return what you took from me and dissolve these asinine constraints. Shh. Done. Movement flashes out of the corner of my eye like the sun reflecting from polished metal. There's a strange noise I can't quite define. It sounds sick. The sound of snapping bones, but not solid or strong. Crumbly. Rusty. Graves stands tall, still and sturdy. Nothing like that haunted statue I'd seen the other night. Natch dangles limply in the air, ears flattened like an arrowhead. Is his tail puffing up? Thank you, Natch, though you've never deserved my gratitude. Natch tucks his tail between his legs. Yeah, get him, Graves. And third, you're... Don't interrupt. Third, you will leave. You'll find once you are far away from me, you will regain your human form. You're getting rid of me? You've left me little choice. I didn't leave nothing. I am aware. You left. That was the point. What? We were just fighting for our lives, and now they're... Sorry. I just got like a dry spot in my throat, and I'm like, I'm gonna choke. Oh. What are they talking about? I'm in way over my head. It seems to be a trend lately. I wanted to see you. I did not want to see you. Graves, Natch, please. The fourth and final condition you must discover for yourself. Once you have, the curse will break. Ain't ever gonna be nobody else. Was Natch in love with him? Because I just feel like, here's me, I am Graves, and I'm Natch. Ooh, this is a weird pairing, especially with the voices that I gave them. It's just awkward. Natch hits the ground, unsteady on his feet, but standing. Guess you don't get the hang of being a cat immediately. Go. Natch tilts one last look at Graves with a shimmer like metal in his eyes, then turns. He sulks away, body so low it almost looks like he's crouching, tail dragging on the ground behind him. I know they were probably friends, or was he in the band or whatever, but were they like lovers? Is that what we're supposed to get, that they were lovers? Lovers. None of us have any clue what just happened, but we're glad he's gone. Everyone but Graves bursts into cheers and high fives. Whatever he's thinking about, he's not going to get much time to think about it. Reese throws his arms around Graves in a fierce celebratory hug. I don't think I've ever seen Reese look this happy. I'm too keyed up to celebrate. I scamper to the end of the block, cut my hands around my mouth, and shout, "That's right! And if you ever come back, I'm going to call animal control!" Avery. Huh? What were you doing? You could have gotten yourself killed. I did the same thing as you! You said you wanted help, didn't you? Oof. Before he can answer, Graves exhales like he's been kneed in the gut. Finley's come in for a landing. She nearly clotheslines both of us with that tackle hug.
You guys, this is great! Mason's gonna make us a celebration dinner, so come on back.
Yeah, sure. You all go ahead. We'll be there in a second.
All right. I'll give you some alone time. Come on, everybody. We got a dinner to plan.
Then everybody's gone. It's just us. Avery, you took an incalculable risk. You could have easily gotten us all killed. You're irresponsible, foolhardy, impulsive, and plenty other synonyms. And I adore that about you. I'm like, he's gonna say something like... I knew he was gonna say something like that, but it's just, I adore that about you. Why do these games make me giggle? Oh my god, there's something wrong with me. The only thing that's gonna kill me around here is Graves. It's not good for my heart when he says stuff like that. The look he gives me is so... I guess there's one more irresponsible, foolhardy, impulsive synonym thing I can do. Oh my god, she's gonna kiss him! So are you really uncursed now? Unrusted? Can I touch you now? Oh, I suppose if such a thing interests you, yes. Though I don't... Stupid. I grab him by his stupid collar clips and kiss him right on his stupid mouth. And for once, Lord Ashenfall Ravensworth is speechless. He stands for a frozen moment, a deer in headlights, before he kisses back. He wraps his hands around my waist and pulls me close, as if I was going to let go anytime soon. I ball my hands into fists around his collar. I don't care if I rip the damn thing. I don't know what's going to happen from now on. I don't know how this is going to work. But right now, I don't care. I have Graves here with me. That's enough for now. My God. Oh my God. I love this frickin' game. Oh my God. Ugh. These people. We're gonna let the credits actually roll this time because we just need to bask in the amazingness that is these people. Or that are these people. This game, oh my God, it was so good, and I mean, you know, like, the lines, it's so witty, the dialogue is so great, and, like, I mean, I think it's kind of interesting, lead cat designer, I forget where I was gonna go I forget what I was saying, because I got distracted by lead cat designer. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, okay, so yeah, they don't explain really necessarily what's going on with Graves and Natch. Like, obviously, Natch was mad at him about something, and that's why he cursed him and whatever. So maybe they were. I mean, it gives the impression that they were lovers, but I guess you could kind of read into it any way you wanted to. If like, you could be like, well, no, okay, they were obviously friends, and then like they had a disagreement and he left. But like Natch was like, I wanted to see you, and he's like, I didn't want to see you. So it was like, I feel like there was like some kind of little lovers quarrel that like Natch can't let go of Graves, and Graves is like, bitch, please. Like, you did something so awful that I had to leave. Like, you know, it'd be like, you know, he cheated on him. So he's like, I'm out. And Natch is like, but I'm sorry, I miss you. And he's like, no, we're done. I'm out. And like Natch is now like getting psycho about it, but thank you, those 1,087 people that bonded together to fund Hustle Cat. Because this game was amazing. My bird is trying to snuggle with me. My hand is just up by my head, and he's like, oh my God, are we going to see Graves' little thing? We're going to do that. Oh, guys, I'm so happy we finished this game, but I'm also so sad because I'm going to miss it. Like, I really love this, and I really do hope that these developers kind of come up with something else, you know? I love it when I find stuff like this. And there's also not a lot of, like, otome romance games that are in English. Most of them are in Japanese, which is just sad. It's also art style, too. Oh, like, there's Graves! For me, sometimes there's some that could be really good, but I'm like, I'm not a fan of the art style in it. But I love this one, you know? So... But also, I just want to point out, like, we do have Hatoful Boyfriend, so we can have a bird dating game instead of a cat dating game. I also have, I'm pretty sure I have a couple of other games, I hate to admit this, in my Steam library that are, like, people-animal things. So we can play those too. It's just, I can't resist after playing some of these games that I'm like, it's so messed up, and it's people like, this is my dirty little secret. You know what I mean? Like, your guilty pleasure songs, like, this is my guilty pleasure thing, is playing these games. It's like, don't judge me, I love these. But yeah, so we will be back. So this was episode 35, yeah? Wow, so we'll be back next week. The way that I'm planning right now, this will be on a Saturday, unless I drastically change it for some reason and decide to put them all back to back. I don't know. But if I keep the every other day, I think next week we'll probably start another romance game. I haven't decided right now, so I mean, at this point you might already know. You will already know what I've decided, but at this point in time, guys, it's the beginning of August. You could see that from the save I did when I went in to a save or saved it. It's the beginning of August. I'm recording it. This isn't going up till the 23rd. Oh my God, this isn't going up till September 23rd. Holy shit. I'm like 2 months ahead. I am. I'm 7 weeks ahead of my recording. I recorded all of this. That's fucking amazing. I've never been this ahead, but I'm addicted to this game and I couldn't stop playing. So, I do have some of the old games that I was playing originally before I kind of needed to take a break from the channel. So I'm not sure if I'll finish those or if maybe what I'll do. Like, I haven't quite decided if I feel like jumping back into Osmafia. I really did want to play that one, so maybe I'll get back into that one. It's going to be weird because I don't really remember what we did in the first couple parts, but I don't want to start over necessarily. So we might play that one, and that might be something that I put up in conjunction with this. It might go up next to it. I don't know. But I know I have several other games that I want to play that will come up after this. So we'll see which one I do next. You'll find out next week, and who knows when I will start recording it, but yeah, I am... Yeah. I like getting ahead, because then there are times where if maybe I'm not feeling a game as much, or it's a little bit like, I don't really necessarily feel like I want to play it as much as this one. Like, this one, I wanted to play it every day. I was like, my work day sucked. I'm going to play this game for an hour. That's what I'm doing. At least, you know? But yeah. So we'll see. I will see you guys around in other games. I hope you enjoyed it. I loved this so frickin' much. I am so glad I bought this game. I am so sad it took me so long to play it because I've had it for so long, but yeah. So yeah, I will see you guys in other videos. Remember to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.